We made it out of Finland, guys. Just gotta do our usual routine, sell off any excess organs we might have picked up on the way out of Helsinki.
If I had a pound for every time I heard that one.
Gotta get ready for the next job, of which these jobs, as part of the main story, are getting increasingly more concerning. Not really for our well-being. I'm gonna say it's more concerning as far as the mental state of our handler. We kind of started to see the cracks coming through when we got to the briefing for Idiot Party. The CAD. Corporate Archdemoness. What do you got against Control? That was arguably like the most decent Remedy game that they had done since Max Payne 2.
I love that game.
Yeah. But seriously though, we're just gonna commit homicide on our bosses.
Dare we live out the dream?
Well, I mean, I guess they should have seen this coming. They have basically been hiring us to be like a trained killer. This level's pretty cool, I'm gonna say, as far as like level layout and just kind of, again, how it leads to a lot of really fun ways to approach it. Kind of a shame though about like the grating like synth tune in the background.
Yeah, I think the real cerebral bore was in the soundtrack all along.
Yeah, that's been pretty consistent. So first thing we're doing, we obviously have the nailer with us because it is now the best silenced handgun that we can have. Well, silenced SMG, rather. So we took care of, like, the 4 guards that have the heavy machine guns. And we brought our own heavy machine gun to take care of the golem. Now the ground floor is completely safe for us to do as we wish. They really should have thought to put more security at the bottom, if I'm being honest.
And they should have put 51 hulls on that tanker.
Yeah. The different corners are conveniently numbered as well. Game development.
Forums.
Web design. Actually, no, maybe that might be a bit unfair. Maybe I'm, like, overestimating, like, the level of, like, problems that, like, web developers have compared to, like, legit software programmers.
Yeah, any idiot can code HTML.
Yeah. Except me. That's why I use, like, a dedicated website builder. Anyway, we climbed on top of this weird statue art installation and picked up a new implant that we'll be using from here on, called the Funk Grunters.
Very careful not to say that one wrong.
Yeah, the fuck ruckers or whatever the fuck.
It's just, I would be very careful just because I'm pretty sure that is probably some kind of ethnic slur in Turkish or something. Just saying it incorrectly is going to get the channel a strike.
God, if only. So now we're working our way up from number 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, and then eventually to null with Elsa Holmes at the top. Elsa Holmes, the CAD who originally hired us to kill Fatberg because she was a sore loser about like losing all of her vacation cash on the slots.
So if she's a CAD, does that mean Fatberg was a bounder?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. A CAD and a bounder, you say. My word.
Yeah. So this is like one of those levels where it's like doing what I feel in my head is like the methodical intended way is one that's obviously probably like clearly made by fucking piece of shit computer.
Fucking Windows 98.
You're not even at a computer. Stop all the downloading.
Help computer.
But yeah, just the way I'm going through this, I feel had to be, like, somewhat intended, well, like, by design, where it's, like, despite these being in the 4 quadrants of the building, like, the layouts and, like, how you access each floor in those quadrants is not, like, is not mirrored symmetrically between them. You want us to kill them all? Cool, I could do that, starting with you.
That's around 50 points.
Yeah, I'll take it. So, as a result of, like, how these floors don't have the exact same flights of stairs or elevators situated to land at the exact same number of floors, probably because in the case of the elevators, I don't think they're, like, the code isn't equipped to have them stop at, like, multiple places and allow you to choose whether it goes up or down. It's just a binary thing for simplicity's sake.
Top or bottom, yeah.
Yeah. So it's the sort of thing where, like, the path I'm going down is very much like doing what I can that it doesn't come off as repetitive of I clear out one quadrant and then go back down to the first floor and then go up the next quadrant, you know? I try and, like, go, like, circuiting around all over the place via stairs, elevators, the skywalkways. Of course, if you wanted to do things faster than this and be more adventurous, like, all those glass windows are breakable, and we do have the Gripendix.
Yeah,
you could very easily scale up the inside, do breaches on, like, the target's offices or whatever, and do all kinds of crazy shenanigans.
This stage is really popular for speedruns, I've noticed.
Yeah, there's some crazy awesome ways that you can just, like, have everything be done and over with.
Yeah.
It's definitely why it's up there. It's, like, I feel like one of the best levels of the game. Like the massiveness of it all leads to, like, very interesting approaches. Don't mind the Z fighting of those textures.
Yeah, not even the top 50 weirdest things we've seen in this game.
That's how you know you succeeded. When, like, just the most minor of, like, oldest time technical difficulties doesn't register as taking you out of the experience compared to the other weird shit that it does by design.
Yeah, if this was in, say, I don't know, Deathloop, we'd be like, oh, well, that's some really dodgy programming. And this, it's just like, no big deal. Fabric of Reality's breaking down. Who cares?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Someone has been studying up on his time cube, I see.
Yes, the time cube. The theory in that, like, we don't have time zones, like, we just have, like, 6 time quadrants on a cube. And that the whole theory was originally created by a crackpot who tried to use it as a reason to, like, justify, like, racial segregation.
Every day has 4 sides. Okay, either you're taking too much medication or not enough, and frankly, I'm concerned for your well-being.
Yeah, I'm concerned enough that, like, whatever it is you're doing, just stop.
Stop or do more. I don't know anymore.
This still gets me every time. Because of the whole revelation of just why, like, that time cube theory exists is just the biggest tonal whiplash ever. Because the idea of, like, reducing the concept of the time zones that we do have from, like, 24 to 6 in, like, a cube orientation is, like, funny, haha, this dude probably came up with it when he was, like, chewing on some edibles one night. But then it just has to, like, just turn into a hate crime.
It's one of those things where you think, okay, it's an interesting concept, maybe it could theoretically work, but no one's going to subscribe to that shit when we get down to it. And then you go further into it and you're like, oh, you're just a piece of shit. That's disappointing.
You believe in apartheid. Fuck off.
See, I just liked it more when we were laughing at the crazy man.
Yeah. I liked it better when we could feel confident that whenever we saw, like, a new article from The Onion that, like, there was no basis in it actually being real in reality.
And honestly, at this point, I'm expecting The Onion to just release a final article of, we're sorry, everything's just too fucking crazy, we can't cope anymore.
I tried to do like a spinning roundhouse kick, but like I fucked up the 360 and it was a 180, so oh well.
180, no shoelaces.
Yeah, as you can tell, because all of these people, like, they are in offices with big breakable windows. No shit, I am gonna do everything I can to just, like, kick them out in some way. So I might as well mix up how I creatively go about kicking them to their death. Breaching. I mean, this really served no purpose other than to show that, hey, this is how you would get down to, like, this part of like, Quadrant 2. Because, like, the stairs obviously do not go up normally to, like, the very top. You would have to, like, take the elevator. But also, I just wanted to show there, hey, it's, like, I could go to, like, the door next to the big one, or I could go back up here and just take the sky bridge.
I'll say this, even for like any kind of immersive sim, this stage does stand out because you don't really see any kind of tower blocks or office blocks in these kind of games.
Yeah, probably because of the logistics of trying to recreate an actual office building when we all kind of know, either through experience or just what we know in our heads, what actual office buildings are like. And that it's just a whole lot of floors and rooms and like the monotony of like rows upon rows of cubicles. Yeah.
See, the thing is that most of the offices that I've worked in, I would have killed for a cubicle because it's just been open plan desks, and I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm like, please just give me some walls so I can get down to my work without, you know, someone coming by and tapping me on the shoulder and being like, "Hey, you look like you're busy." Yes, I am. Fuck off now.
Yep.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, so it's like you can actually shoot the vending machines, as I found out here, like to like shoot or hit them, and it will eject some amount of like food and beverages, but it will break it. And as you might expect, that means you don't get nearly as much food items out of it as you would otherwise if you simply paid for it.
Yeah.
But we did get a fancy weapon out of that cubicle.
Yeah, it looked like one of the Gauss rifles from Stalker.
A little bit. I know that like the design of it is like a weird like bashing together of like different gun parts to create that particular shape. Because otherwise it's like there's no actual gun that looks like that. Nor is there, at least not yet. I hate that I have to qualify at least not yet, considering like the timeline we live in, that does specifically what that gun does. I mean, we're already dealing with like the world of like explosive and ballistic weapons for now. We just picked up like a radiation emitter.
Well, there is there are certain sectors that have been saying that microwave weapons have been around for decades, so
maybe not though to the same extent this does.
Oh, of course not, because this is Cruelty Squad.
Yeah, but also what you're saying is like it's like you said like microwave, but it's like I feel like this is just shooting like a bolt of gamma. Like, that's what we're dealing with. And that cloud persists, by the way. This isn't... It's not like the gas clouds that come from the grenades, where it's like, oh, it eventually dissipates and then it's fine to walk through. No. If you're gonna be laying that down there, you better make sure it's not in a section of the level where you know you need to pass through it.
No choke points.
Yep. Fine, shine, and simply divine.
Okay, HR, you've got a date with the ground.
Yep. The only job you do is not doing your job.
Apologies if you work in HR, but you don't have a soul and therefore don't count as a human being.
Try my best attempt at a slide kick.
Because it is a fact that any game with a slide kick is automatically 3,000% better. Or
just any slide, really.
Yeah.
It's a great movement tool.
It's just plain fun and stylish.
All right, we took care of the four hellish kings, I guess. The four economic kings, because
The four
these
kings
bastards
of the underworld.
These four bastards are in no way heavenly. Fuck them.
The four assholes of the apocalypse.
Yeah. Now we gotta take care of the bitch in the high tower.
Wasn't that a Philip K. Dick book? It should have been.
It should have been bitch or bastard, whichever one. I guess
The
based
dick
on
in the high tower.
Yeah. Man, it's
just
too basic.
And it's just... No, that would have been a Hunter S. Thompson book, and it would have just been him screaming about Nixon for 300 pages.
Oh god, yes, that would have been perfect.
That would have been amazing.
Oh, yes.
Someone
So
go
we're gonna
dig up his corpse. Oh no, wait, he was shot into space, wasn't he? Someone launch a space mission to rescue his ashes.
Oh god, please, yes. And while you're there, assuming that it did happen, it wasn't just some random bullshit Musk said, could we also blow up that Tesla that he claimed to have sent into space, please? Assuming it hasn't drifted and crashed into a nearby like planetoid or something.
Oh, this is Tesla, so it's probably destroyed Tibet.
Okay, it already did the work for us. Now, unfortunately, I do not get close enough to Elsa here, because this room is hellish to try and like clear it out without also like alerting Elsa and thus locking you out of the opportunity of getting any dialogue from her. So unfortunately, I get killed in the elevator. And my jibs get blasted so hard they clip through the walls and back down to the first floor. So we're gonna try that again. I'm not gonna show off like most like the exact same route that I did before. So you get to see how we do things a bit faster now that we know, hey, we can break all the glass, we got the Grapendix. Let's just go nuts. Pick up the Bolt ACR again and like use it to make even faster work of these corporate shitheads.
One of the implants should just be a Semtex dispenser. Like, rather than antibacterial gel, it should just be a pump that spits out liquid Semtex behind you like a snail trail.
That technically, I guess, already exists, but I don't think it's like the specific substance that you're talking about. And it also doesn't really work like a snail trail. It's more like it just like expels all of your waste out your back and propels you like a rocket.
Oh, those, yeah.
Good old biothruster. You know, I'm trying to make sure that I get the get back on the ground again to make sure. I was thinking I was gonna try and like go through the window that way, but then I forgot it's like the Grapendix acts a bit weird if you attach to a breakable surface like a window. You kind of saw it happen in Idiot Party when I broke the skylight directly above the target, where the Grapendix was attached, but
it shot you up into the air to the point where I couldn't even work out what was going on.
Yeah, I think because it's still assuming that like because you didn't press the button to like detach it, it still assumed you were detaching and trying to like impart the same like elastic force on you, which is why it shoots you up as fast as it did before it realizes, hold on, it doesn't exist anymore, and then just, I guess it counts as like a free launch if you want, but then again, there's not many places where it's like, it's available or practical to like do that technique to get around quickly.
Yeah, besides there's no such thing as a free launch.
Yeah. Anyway, we got the Bull ACR first thing. We are going to, yeah, we're not even going to enter their office. Because, yes, the radiation clouds pierces walls, just like the corrosive gas from the, just the chemical effects of the grenades.
So does it always have one round in it?
Yeah, it's basically an infinite ammo. Because, like, you can hold the button and just, like, shoot out like, clouds of gamma radiation, however long you want.
That seems incredibly broken.
I mean, the radiation does hurt you.
And
it has, like, a fixed... It also has, like, a fixed distance. So you can't use it to, like, snipe anyone from, like, the other side of the map. That'd be insane.
No, it does seem very easy to break, though.
That was a bad maneuver and an example of what I was talking about.
Speaking of breaking...
It literally left me with just 1 hit point.
That was incredibly lucky.
Yeah. And the thing is, even if it did hit 0, with where I landed, I probably would not have made it in time to, like, a vending machine. Because I was kind of frazzled when I landed. I would not have known the first thing of, like, which direction to go.
Yeah.
To, like, find a vending machine and get healed up before I just exploded.
Was that one of the targets jumping out a window?
I think it was, yeah. Again, like, NPC behavior is not bright when it comes to, like, if they're on a platform that has no guardrails or walls or windows.
And that's why we have OSHA, people.
Definitely not in this universe. Alright, so let's try this again. I forget if this is the actual attempt where I do it right or if I reload again, because this is the sort of thing where I am being extra careful not to fire off too many rounds that it spooks Elsa and she is just, like, running all over the place and I can't talk to her. Because, I mean, she was our boss. Might as well get any last words from her before I do the deed. Okay. Just kind of contemplating for a moment because there's death on the other side. No one has seen me yet. That's good.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
So far, she's not alerted either, despite firing full auto heavy machine gun bullets.
Wow.
Yeah, that was lucky. Alright, bitch, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'll let it go.
I am at work, can't you tell? Okay. That wasn't even a company I could invest stocks in. What the hell? Okay, fuck the algorithm. No matter the context. Business, YouTube, whatever the hell.
Also, I'm trying to work out what's on her t-shirt.
I've no idea either. Anyway, let's, Unfortunately, she's just stuck over there now since we talked to her. So I can't kick her out the window.
Ah.
But that's okay, I got something better for this.
Torment!
Yep, and just like the gas clouds from the grenades, any bodies that stay in there long enough, they do continue to take damage that they jib.
They're gonna have a hard time piecing you back together.
Yeah, and we're already in hell. Daring escape out the window with our trusty Grapendix.
Only marginally dampened by the pile of goo that you left.
Whatever, it's not my problem to clean up. We did it. We killed our boss. We received our punishment. We now have a soul again. Until we die the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hell of a level. Even with the death that I accrued near the end. The fact that it was right when I was, like, outside her office directly when I was in the elevator. That's just one of those moments where you could totally understand where I was like, yeah, I'll leave that death in and just do it all over again on, on Flesh Automaton. Because it's like, you've seen basically everything you needed to of the level up to that point, like the ideal meticulous route. And, just the rest of the video was, like, a nice way of showing off just a hint of the fun things you can get up to with how, massive this building is.